Hi, how you going, Darren?
Paul, we're from CPR Business Advisory. Hope you're all going well.
So we're sort of stringing in a few more little podcasts as we're moving through our 12 weeks. So the one today that we're going to sort of jump into is, what keeps you up at night in your business?
Yeah, look, I think so many clients that I see that, I've been up at 2 o'clock in the morning, I can't sleep, I'm not achieving what I wanted to achieve. Why am I achieving it? Even these people, these business owners, they've got great and successful businesses, but they're still up at night and they're still got concerns on what's happening. And I think that resonates with everyone.
Oh, it does. I mean, it's trying to get that work-life balance. So,
yeah.
How can I make this work?
How can you make it work? Work for the family and work for your business as well.
Yeah.
Not be a slave to it.
Oh, exactly. So what we've done at CPR is basically we've developed a little short survey. It's like a 3-minute survey. And what Paul and I thought we'd do today is sort of just take you through basically the way that we've structured it so that most people know that there may be something wrong, but they're not sure what area it is. They don't have, the golden bullet or silver bullet, whatever you call it. And what we've done is sort of lined up a heap of different questions that, when I say heap, not heap, just a few, which sort of directs you into, do I need to focus on cash in the business? Or if that's not the problem, what is it? So we figured we might just take you through it.
Yeah, and look, these are questions that are just, to jog your memory and put some thought through it. You can go to cprba.com.au and go to the resource page and go into the survey and you'll get some results. And it's based on where, some points. Just for example, one, you sleep soundly at night. Now, we'll give you an example, how you sales tracking the forecast now, or do you even have a forecast?
Well, that's true.
But say your sales are tracking to forecast, yes. Well, that's number one. I can sleep soundly with that.
Yeah, are you confident that all your leads and quotes are followed up in the time you know? I mean, it's great having a good forward order book, but if you don't actually follow them up or know that you've got a system or process that's actually checking that, then are you going to have a forward order book? If you're not following up and they're 6 months old, well, you've lost
it. And you spend the time to go and do those quotes.
Well, spend money.
Spend money on them. And I think these kind of questions are also questions that might keep you up at night, which is a good thing, and might trigger something else in your thought and go, oh, geez, I can't remember if the guys have been following up the leads. I haven't seen that weekly sales lead report for 2 weeks now.
Oh, how do you know your leads being generated?
Yeah, well, so they're all those kind of things. One of the things is who has access to all the company information. Who have they my PA's left or my accountant's
gone to a competitor and they've still got access to your pricing.
That'd be keeping me out of it. And it's kind of just working through these, it just on cash flow. A lot of people sit there and go, am I going to be able to pay my suppliers this month? That would keep people up. But it's also, then it's taking it to the next step to go, right, if I can't pay my suppliers this month, I'm not going to get my products for next month. Therefore, I'm going to lose more sales. But then it's a thing of, right, how do we manage that? Let's be proactive. Let's get on the phone and make it call.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, we sort of go through a lot of these points anyway with our other podcasts. I would dive into these, but these is like just give you direction on what you should focus on. Are you comfortable with your sales funnel's full? When was the last time you reviewed your quotes or your pricing?
Yes,
it's just simplistic stuff like that. I mean, if you're up at 3 a.m, you're not always thinking clearly. Like you've got so much in your head. That's why you're up. This is trying to just sort of direct you through it.
Guide you. Is it, am I going to have enough cash to pay wages and rent? Am I capturing all my costs? And is there any leakage? And what's happening?
Oh, yeah. Do you know your BAS and your super liabilities? Do I have enough cash to pay those this month or this quarter? So it's just managing that. Or, if you're worried about it, then you need to focus in because there's ways that we can fix those processes and getting coming, basically.
That's right. And I mean, these questions will trigger more and more questions for you, and then it'll start to develop into a process where you go, right, that is really keeping me up at night, and then you focus on the areas that will bring the best result for you.
Yeah, exactly. And the way that we've structured the questions is like, if it ends up being all very cash focused, like, why are my customers paying me? Why aren't the invoices going out in time? Why am I paying my suppliers? And like really on 7 days. I mean, we've structured it so that the results will tell you, you've really got, your concern is your cash, or your concern is, your debt, or the other elements. So this is how we've structured into sort of some simplistic view of approaching it, I guess.
Yeah, and it's also a HR component, and also a bit of a component on measuring yourself. Did I, look, a lot of people get up at 3 o'clock in the morning, they don't sleep well for those last couple of hours. They get up, first thing they do is grab their phone, and then they might go and do some training or go and do something
Sit
else.
Sit on the toilet,
flicking through, and then what am I going to do today? And they're troubleshooting and already projecting what the problems that they're going to face, rather than being proactive.
Exactly. Proactive, and it's organised, but proactive in focusing on the areas that need focusing on, and not being lost in the noise of all the other stuff. I mean, the other stuff's important, don't get us wrong, but there's always some critical paths that need to be dealt with now, and if you leave them, then you fall into the old pitfall, and it backfires.
Yeah, and the survey is don't really think too deep about it. It's just more of a that's under control. That's a prompt. Yeah. Oh no, that's okay. That's good. Let's do that.
So it may take 3 to 5 minutes. Do you reckon? Like it's pretty simple, especially if you don't think about it too much, because it's really just whatever the first thing that comes into your mind. What we do after it is you'll get emailed results. Yeah. So basically, it'll give you a range. So if you fall within certain brackets, it'll say, you know what, you're doing great. Your business is actually doing fine. It's not a great deal. You could probably do some stuff, but I wouldn't worry too much. And there's other ones saying, hey, you really need to focus on the cash. You really need to focus on HR or something.
Yeah. And further to that, it's used it as a trigger to go, I've got a 12 points and my business is great. But then it's a trigger to go, right, out of the range, I didn't get 12 points in this one. Maybe I should go focus on that and see if I can improve it.
And we're a firm believer, like, if you don't have the specialty to do it yourself, then outsource and get somebody to come in. They'll do it in half the time, set the system up correctly, and save you that time and money, and basically give you that time back. So you end up with that work-life balance that you really like, which is why you're up at 3 o'clock in the morning, because you don't have it.
Yeah, and we want to be sleeping up, get up, don't have to think about it, and be proactive in your day and achieve what you want to achieve in your business. So go to cprba.com.au, go to the resource page, surveys there, it'll take you a couple of minutes. And
feel free to reach out. I mean, we offer solutions. That's our whole purpose, is really solutions based. That's what we want to do.
Provide solutions to businesses.
Have a great day.
Have a great one. Take care.
Bye.
Talk soon.